What's up, brothers? How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. Freaking little manic Monday, a little freaking rainy Monday here in Warner Robins, Georgia. How's everybody doing today? Might take a second. I know usually it takes me a second to start seeing when people pop in. So we're about to see what's going on here. Let's see if I can turn me down and pop on my own page. Because I'm a dork that way. Oh, yeah. What's up, Justin? How you doing, brother? How's it rocking, man? Guys, if you're here with me, please say hey in the comments. Let me know you're here. We're going to get started here. What's up, baby? Oh, my brother. What's up, brother? How's life? As y'all hop on, please say hi. Let me know where you're coming in from. What's going on? Which man, that's what Justin, man. I feel the same way. I'm just creating a dream every day. Just creating a dream. You know how it is. What's up, Tim Brown? Man, Oh, I was in there this morning. I got in there early. I was there. I think I got there at 7:30 or 7:45. I hear you, ABL, man. That's awesome. Reach out, brother. I want to talk to you. It's been too dang long. It's been too long, my man. I'm proud of you in Texas doing the thing. Yeah, Tim, we've been dodging raindrops. Hey, 4:30? You too early for me, Tim. Too early for me. Oh, yeah, Midland. I know. San Diego, Justin. Justin, when you coming back to Georgia, man? When you coming back to Georgia? My brother, Dave Parent, how's it going? How's it going? I'm gonna let it get live here a little bit longer. I mean, it's just 7:01. How's everybody doing? Yeah, that schedule's rough. I know. I get them, and as soon as I drop them, I go hit the gym, and then I'm back to start working. Calls have been loaded lately, so probably start 10:30 till. I mean, I'll get off here around 8. Love you, brother. See you, ABL. But it's the nature of the business, man. It's the nature of life. Got to do what you got to do in life to make it happen. And I love it. I love every second of it. And I love being able to help people. I just got off a call probably 10 minutes ago before I got on here. So, how's everybody? What's everybody doing? What's new with everybody? Everybody have a good weekend? I'm going to talk today. I'm going to talk about leadership. I had a buddy of mine in the group reach out. He wanted to talk about leadership. And I'm going to talk about it from a perspective we can all understand. And hopefully it lands for him in a way, if that's good with you guys. I'm big on leadership. There's two things I'll talk a lot about. I'll talk about relational dynamics, which is like my game. And then I'll talk about a lot about masculine leadership in the masculine frame. And so today I want to talk about leadership. Okay. I hear you, Justin. When you come back, hit me up. Let's go grab dinner. I'll come up and see you. So I want to talk about leadership from a perspective that a lot of guys don't understand. What's up, John Benham? He made it, ladies and gentlemen. This is for my brother John. So, nah. I'm going to talk about leadership for everybody. I think it's one of the more important things. And I want to talk about leadership from the perspective of opposite of what we think it is. And we often get them ribs. Dave cooked some ribs in the brother. He put a picture in the Brotherhood last night, and my mouth was watering. I was a little pissed. He didn't send me enough from Kentucky. Uh, so, for me, leadership a lot of times gets misconstrued with visibility, and um, you being identified as a leader and what it means to be a leader. And so tonight I just want to talk a lot about leadership and it not being about being validated, it not being about being seen. It's more about you being the leader regardless of everything that's going on in your life. All right. A lot of men confuse leadership with attention or validation or being seen or being identified or I don't know, seen, right? And then some men view leadership as this is who I am. I am the leader. Whether you identify me or not, whether you see the good that I do or not, I am him, and everybody that follows me knows it. And at some point, the noise gets so loud as the leader that the leader that's not visible, right? The one that doesn't need to be seen, the one that doesn't need to be heard, the one that doesn't need to be validated. That noise gets so loud sometimes that nobody can stop it. Nobody can not see it. You become undeniable in your leadership. See, as a leader, sometimes we misconstrue the title of what it is to lead, right? And leadership is I go, people follow. And if that's constantly happening, I go, people follow, I go, people follow, I go, people follow, then I'm a leader. Now, if somebody else doesn't see you as that, does that make you not a leader? No. It just makes you not seen by them as a leader in their eyes, or that you're not with them in some way, shape, or form. And I think sometimes we allow our ego to get involved because we know the good we do. We know the power we give. We know what we bring to the table. We know what we've done in our division. We know what we've done in our business. We know what we've done in our family. We know what we've done with our whoever, our kids or whatever teams you're involved with. But we still want that extra identification. Oh, you didn't see that I led this? You didn't see that I did this? You didn't see that I made this happen? Why can't you see? And then the question I ask is, why do they need to see? Do you know who you are? Do you know how you walk? Do you know how you talk? Do you know how you're respected by the people that follow? If that is a knowing in your heart, why do you need to be seen outside of that? Because at the end of the day, I get it. You're probably doing great things in the world. You're probably you're in your company, you're leading a division and you're crushing it. You've made all of these intricate changes and people are like on board and they respect you and they're like, oh my God, I made the profit line go up for the company here, here, and here. And then in another division, they're like, they don't even see anything you did. And you're like, why in the hell can't they see me? Why in the hell can't they validate what I do? Why in the hell can't they take me up there to help them do that? Just keep leading. Just keep stepping. At some point, the noise gets so loud, you become undeniable. Right now, You're making a ripple, right? It's like when you drop a rock in a lake. It could be a little rock, but the ripples spread out. And you got to start with little rocks. And right now you're just dropping them in the pond, dropping them in the pond. And eventually they just become boulders. Because what you're doing is going to speak so loudly in action, speak so loudly in outcome, that nobody can deny you who you are. Like, you already know who you are. Operate from the knowing, not from the need to be seen or the need to be known. Like, what I do in men's coaching, 1,000% of the time, I make content for the world 24 hours a day. And the world doesn't know me. And that's okay. The world doesn't see me. And that's okay. But the men that want to be led, the men that want to become leaders, they follow. And I don't need the world to pat me on the back. I don't need the world to give me a high five. I don't need the world to see me. Because I know who I am and I know what I'm doing for the men around me. Because in that knowing, I can move in confidence. In that knowing, I move in trust. In that knowing, I move in self-respect. In that knowing, I move in self-love. And in that knowing, I move in leadership. When I start to wonder, why hasn't this guy reached out to me? Why hasn't this big name talked to me? Why hasn't this happened? Why hasn't that happened? Then I'm taking my eyes off of who I am and I'm trying to become what they need me, what I think they need me to be so they will identify me. You're the leader. You are the leader. And you have to embody that. So I want to talk about like 2 or 3 lies that I think are important, right? Number 1 is leadership isn't visibility. I think that's a big one, right? I mean, even in the Bible, it talks a lot about a real leader he goes to the back of the line and leads from there. He's not trying to be seen. He's trying to move the process along. And sometimes you have to go to the back of the line to move the process along. Sometimes you have to go to the bottom to move yourself to the top. Sometimes you have to be quiet for a while until you build up such a noise in your action and in your fruit of your labor that nobody can deny you of the truth of who you are. It may not happen as fast as you want it, but with the algorithm of life, it can happen as fast as you need it to. And that algorithm of life is consistency, right? If you are leading here, there, and every now and then you're probably not going to get identified at some point. But if my algorithm of life is I show up every day as the leader of me and the leader of the things around me, then at some point I am going to become undeniable in who I am. But I have to be undeniable in here first. I have to be undeniable in my consistency, undeniable in my discipline, undeniable in my relationship with self, undeniable in my relationship with others, undeniable in what I believe about myself, undeniable in how I trust myself, undeniable in how I respect myself, undeniable with me before I can become undeniable out there. Period. Second lie I really want to talk about is leadership isn't control. Right? A lot of men think leadership is and this isn't in any reference to the guy that brought this to me. This is just knowledge. So I'm talking all around leadership, but I'm also interweaving some things specifically for somebody. Leadership isn't about control, it's about congruence. Right? A lot of times people think leadership is what can I control around me that gets the result that I want. Leadership is how do I create a movement around me that gets the result faster than I can think. And that means I have to be congruent within myself and then congruent with the team that I lead, with the men that I lead, with the business that I run. I have to be congruent, meaning that I have to be good with me and then good with them. If I'm trying to control how they move, control what they do, control how they show up, control, then I'm never going to give my business or myself an opportunity to actually grow, because they're going to be codependent on me telling them how to be. And that's not the job of a good leader. A job of a good leader is teaching men to become leaders of themselves. The job of a good leader is not you being in control of anything. The job of a good leader is for you to teach leaders to become leaders. Because if a leader has a team full of leaders, guess what? We're going to get to a result really, really fast. But if if a leader has a team full of codependents, the result is going to be really, really slow. And doing what I do, and I know other leaders in here doing what they do, it requires buy-in at the lowest level. It requires buy-in to who you are, how you move, how you operate, how you lead yourself. Good leaders lead themselves first. Good leaders are believable to other people because they do it in their life and how they operate every day. Good leaders don't ask for you to do something that they're not going to do. Good leaders don't expect you to be anything that they're not going to be. And when you're trying to control, you're the opposite. I need you to do something that I'm not willing to fucking do. So I'm going to tell you to do it, and you better go do it. That's not leadership. That's control. That's management. We're not managers here. We're leaders here. All right? Number 2, or third lie, is you don't become a leader when people follow you. You become a leader when you follow your truth consistently. Like, know who you are. And this goes back to the beginning. Know who you are, and step into leadership of self in truth with the algorithm of life, which is consistency. Like, if you want to be great at anything, be consistent as fuck at everything. That's it. If you want to be great at anything, if I want to have a better body, be consistent at eating well, moving my ass. If I want to have a better relationship, be consistent at communicating, leading, being emotionally available, creating experiences where my wife and I can connect. If I want to be good in business, be consistent at these things. If I want to be good at this, be consistent at those things. It's all about the consistency of being who you are that people want to follow. It's not about because you're a leader, people should follow you. No, it's not a title, right? People don't follow you when you become a leader, right? Or you don't become a leader when people follow you. Like, you become a leader when you decide, like, you are important enough to lead yourself. And then when you're able to do that, you move with congruence with self. And as you move with congruence with self, people match you in that energy because they see you be the person that they need to be in their business or in their life or whatever else. Like, everything I talk about, everything I teach about, everything that I help men with, these are all things that I live out on a daily basis. These are all things that I move through every day. These are all things that I've worked on in myself. These are all struggles that I've had in the past. It's not because I'm holy on high and stand on top of a mountain and whisper down on the scrolls about the wisdom of life. I mean, it's not that way, I promise. I'm as big a shit show as you can imagine. I've been a shit show a lot of part of my life. I just got tired of being tired, and I started to be consistent as hell at being better. And so every day is a practice of consistency. Every day is a practice of being better. Every day is showing up for what I want in my life on a daily basis. In leadership of self, and in that leadership of self, creating followers in the world. And followers in my family. The most important part of me being a leader is leading my family. That's all I really give a shit about, honestly. I love all my guys. I love all you guys. I love helping men more than anything. But I love my family so hard, I will go to war for them with myself so that I can be the leader of that. But it takes a desire, right? So we have the lie. Leadership isn't visibility. Leadership isn't control. Leadership isn't when people start following you. Leadership is self-respect and action. Leadership is you respecting you first. You not needing other people to see you first. You not needing other people to validate you as the leader first. It's you validating you. is you knowing the truth and marching in the truth every day, regardless of who the fuck shows up for it, regardless of who the fuck acknowledges you, regardless of anything. I promise you, if you move consistently enough over time. What's up, Trey Barra? How you doing, my brother? If you move consistently enough over time in the algorithm of life is consistency. If you move consistently enough over time, you will create a noise so loud you will become undeniable. The problem with most people that want to lead is they lead in space. I lead over here and I do a little bit over here, and then, maybe on Friday night I'll do this, and then sometimes I do that. No, just be the fucking leader every day of you and the people and the life that you want to live. And when you do that, you will create a noise so loud that you will become undeniable to the world, to your wife, to your kids, to your business, to whatever. But it requires you become undeniable within you. It requires you. Yeah, that's right, Corey. It takes a little while, but it requires you to go all in on you. The self-respect, the self-love, the self-trust, the self-appreciation, the self-leadership. It has nothing to do with anybody identifying. It has nothing to do with my wife telling me I lead. It has nothing to do with my kids telling me I lead. I get the fuck up every day and lead myself. If you can't do that, then you can't expect anybody else to hop on board and acknowledge you as a leader. Just because you're a man and just because you have a wife and just because you have kids don't make you a fucking leader. It makes you a man with a wife and kids. A leader leads himself first and then creates congruency in that where other people say, yeah, that is the leader. We have to turn off our minds to the fact that we think we need to be acknowledged as something that we're not willing to be for ourselves. Yep, Dave, I like that. And that's it. It's like choosing every second. I had another guy in here. What's up, Bubba? That's it, Bubba. I had another guy in there. He used to be a client of mine. He asked me, I remember, when we first started talking, he goes, well, when did you fucking start? Because that's the way he talks. He's like, when did you fucking start doing this work, Jim? How the fuck did you make this change? I said, I started choosing every second. Choosing every second to lead, to be conscious, to make choices that move me in the direction I wanted to go. And that's what leaders do. They choose every moment. They choose every now because now is creating now, creating now, creating now. And if I'm not choosing nows, I'm not choosing the moments, I'm not choosing me to lead me, then I can't expect anybody to hop on board with me and go. And that expectation is a lot. Like I have so many men come to me like, why won't my wife do this? Why won't my wife do that? Why won't my wife jump my bones? Why won't my wife fuck me? Why won't my wife pursue me? Because that makes you the woman. That's why. You're not leading shit. Lead some shit. See what happens. Lead some shit. See how she then will be like, do what you want, my brother. You have to change the mindset that somebody owes you something because you are you. No. You owe yourself one thing. That is, you lead you every day. What happens after that is the energetic match of who you're being in the world. Period. I wrote something down the other day. Let me get my little, me. I'll be writing my quotes down. There it is. I can't find it. Oh, everything that you're living is in response to the story and the life that you're living. Right? And so everything that you're experiencing outside of you, everything that you're experiencing in your life is in response to the life that you're living with yourself. Period. And if you're not constantly in leadership of self, you can't expect the other people outside of you to live in accordance with that. And it's like asking somebody that makes minimum wage to have $1 million mindset. They just don't, because they have minimum wage mindset. And it's like, Well, what does that look like? It's hard for them to get there because they're like, I want to make $1 million, but your mindset is at minimum wage, and so the energy of the universe is matches you where you are. And so, in order to upgrade, you got to upgrade, right? Yeah, I got my Obi-Wan Kenobi quotes up here, right? I got it. I found it. It was right up underneath that. It's like you are the point of attraction in the world today. Like you are the point of your attraction. So everything that you are is what you attract. So if you are a leader, then you attract followers, right? If you are a follower, then you attract leaders. If you are a feminine man, you attract masculine women, right? If you have a mother wound, then you attract a mothering wife. If you have a father wound, then you attract a fucking masculine wife, right? It just you attract who you are. You attract what you operate from. So I operate from leadership of self first. If I want to talk about leadership, the first thing I always talk about is how do I lead me every day and every second. If in the example I always give is to my favorite one is like if. And I really want you to think about this and maybe journal about this. Like really think deep about this. This is one thing it changes my life, and I think about it on a regular basis. Is if I had a camera crew and they were hired to follow me from the time I got up every day to the time I went to bed every night, and then that video was going to be put in a show for my kids to watch a leader. Put on Times Square and the big screen for the world to see what a leader is. To see what a man that is grounded, see what a man in his power is. Would I be proud of that fucking show? That's a deep fucking question. Like from the time you wake up, like how do you handle yourself? How do you lead yourself? How do you pour into you? How do you pour into your purpose? How do you pour into your relationships? How do you pour into your health? How do you pour into your God? How do you pour into your mind? How are you moving yourself? How are you leading the world around you? Like, if you can't have that image of like, I fucking can wake up every morning knowing a camera can follow me around and my kids can watch it and like, God dang, like that guy right there, that's my fucking dad. That guy right there will move mountains around the world. That guy right there is the man I want my daughters to marry. Right? That guy right there is the man that I want to lead my husband. That's how I think. That's how I want to move. That's how I want to operate. I want to operate with integrity with me. Knowing that I could tell you all the fucking things in the world. I could tell you all the bullshit. And I know plenty of guys that do this. They run their trap all the time about who they are, but their words don't fucking match it. Their feet don't meet it. I need your feet to meet what you say you want to be. You want to be a leader? Be a fucking leader. Don't ask for people to approve of you. Don't ask for acceptance. Don't ask for validation. Don't ask for notoriety. It's not coming. You don't need it. Know that you moving in alignment with you is the only notoriety you need. If the people above you don't give you notoriety, who gives a fuck? If the people beside you don't validate you, who gives a fuck? If the people over there don't accept you, who gives a fuck? Do you validate yourself? Do you accept yourself? Do you celebrate yourself as a leader of your life every day? And then when you show up to work and you're doing the job and you're fucking killing it in your division, do you accept that as, I'm a leader? Or do you need something else? Well, I need them to give me this so I feel it. You need to feel where you are to get to where you want. I remember one time my wife told me, she's like, this is when I was mountaintop chasing all the time, and she goes, you can't have what you want because God don't trust you. Well, God don't trust you with what you have. And I was like, what do you mean by that? She goes, you're not grateful for what you have now. And I'm like, what do you? And I was like, yeah, I am. She goes, no, you're not. You're always trying to get somewhere. You're always trying to be somewhere else. You're not even actually present where you are now to expect to actually experience what you're feeling. Experience what you're doing. Experience the impact you're having. Experience it. Feel it. Love it. Know it. Understand it. Until you are grateful for where you are, you can't be entrusted with something bigger. Everybody's trying to get bigger, but they can't even accept where they are now. God put you on the map where you are right now. He circled this spot, and the GPS said, I need you to grow here now. I'm going to plant you here now so that you can grow your roots, so you can grow yourself, so that I got a bigger tree for you to become later on. But you can't skip the step. You can't skip levels. You can't skip up here when you hadn't planted down here. You can't skip over there if you haven't been planted right here. God circled this map wherever you are. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what kind of bullshit you're going through with your wife. I don't care what kind of bullshit you're going through with your job. I don't care what kind of bullshit you're going through with yourself. God had you in this experience right now for you to learn something, not for you to throw a pity party, not for you to go, but why me? Why me? No, why not you, motherfucker? Why not you? Why not you showing the fuck up and learning something about yourself? Why not you growing yourself as the fucking man and the fucking leader and the fucking into the life you want? Why not have gratitude for the life that you have right now? Why not validate yourself in the life you're living? Like, if you don't like where you're living, validate the fact that I created the life that I'm living right now, right? Wherever you are right now, you're in the habit of having the life that you have. And if you want something different, then the habits that you have to change to the life that you want. But you have to be understanding of where you are right now. And that means I have to learn the lessons of where I'm at right now. If these lessons suck, it's because my habits of the habits I have of living suck. And I need to change that. I need to grow that. I need to become more. But I need to experience what I'm going through truthfully, not what I think I should be having. Like, why is she doing this to me? And why does this happen to me? No, everything happens to you because it's supposed to happen to you. It's happening for you, not to you. It's for you. Hey, you're not quite here yet. Hey, you haven't quite learned this lesson yet. Hey, you don't know how to communicate this way. Hey, you don't know how to do A, B, and C yet. Learn, grow, learn, grow. That's all life is in your relationship.